Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Monday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Starting with a doubleheader between the Atlanta Braves versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Braves opening up as road favorites at -160. The Phillies +130 with the over-under at 10. Braves coming into this matchup 93-49. The Phillies 78-64. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 3.32. Pitching for the Phillies is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 4.21. Morton, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Walker, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Braves coming off a Pirates win. The Phillies coming off a Miami loss. Atlanta 4-2 against Philly, 6-1 on the road. Yeah, playing well. Morton coming off 3 really good starts on the mound here, and I think I'm going to take the Braves on the road in Game 1. Game 2, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Don't have a line on this one, so we'll see what the line ends up being. But pitching for the Braves is Kyle Wright with an ERA of 5.79. Pitching for the Phillies is Michael Lorenzen with an ERA of 3.95. Wright, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Lorenzen, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 1 strikeout. The Braves, doubleheader here. I think I'm just going to double up on the Braves in this doubleheader, and we'll take the Braves in both matchups here. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at -160. The Cardinals +130 with the over-under at 9.5. Cardinals coming into this matchup 63-80. The Orioles 90-52. Pitching for the Cardinals is Dakota Hudson with an ERA of 4.43. Pitching for Baltimore is Dean Kramer with an ERA of 4.07. Hudson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Kramer, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. He's coming off 3 really good starts on the mound, only giving up 1 run. St. Louis coming off a Cincinnati loss. Baltimore coming off a Boston loss, ruining their 7-game win streak that they were on. Baltimore 6-2 at home here. Love Kramer on the mound, and I'm going to take the Orioles at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at -135. Washington +115 with the over-under at 8.5. Washington coming into this matchup 64-79. The Pirates 66-77. Pitching for the Nationals is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 5.29. Currently looking up to see who's pitching for the Pirates here. Let's see. It's undecided right now, so I can't find any info on who's pitching for the Pirates here. Be sure to check that info when it does get released. Corbin, I mean, some brutal starts on the mound, coming off an 8 and 6 run game here. He's been pretty bad all season here. Washington just 2-8 in their last 10. Pirates coming off a Braves loss, but I'm still going to take the Pirates here. They're 5-2 at home against Washington. I hate Corbin on the mound for the Nationals, and I'll take the Pirates at home. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -130. The Rangers +120 with the over-under at 8.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 78-64. Toronto 80 and 63. Pitching for the Rangers is Dane Dunning with an ERA of 3.88. Pitching for Toronto is Chris Bassett with an ERA of 3.69. Dunning, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Bassett, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. The Rangers on a 2-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Oakland. Toronto 8-2 in their last 10, coming off a 3-game Royal sweep. The Rangers are just 1-5 on the road against Toronto here, so they have struggled in that department. Dunning giving up some runs, giving up about 3 or 4 runs a game here. Bassett coming off 2 really good starts on the mound, only giving up 1 run here, and I'm going to take the Blue Jays at home. Next matchup, we've got the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at -125. The Yankees +115 with the over-under at 9.5. Yankees coming into this matchup 71 and 72. The Red Sox 73 and 70. Pitching for the Yankees is Clark Schmidt with an ERA of 4.54. Pitching for the Red Sox is Cutter Crawford with an ERA of 4.36. Schmidt, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Crawford, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Yankees coming off a Brewers win. Boston coming off a Baltimore win here. The Yankees 0-7 against Boston. They have not been able to beat the Red Sox here in a while. Man, both pitchers giving up a lot of runs. Cutter Crawford giving up 5 and 6 in his last 2 starts on the mound here. Schmidt giving up about 3 here. I think I'm going to take a shot with the Yankees +1.5 on the road, despite their struggles against Boston. Next matchup, we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -130. Arizona +115 with the over-under at 9. Arizona coming into this matchup 75 and 69. The Mets 65 and 77. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Davies with an ERA of 6.81. Pitching for the Mets is Jose Quintana with an ERA of 3.0. Davies, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Quintana, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Arizona coming off a Cubs loss. Mets coming off a Minnesota win. Arizona 1-12 on the road against the Mets here. 1-6 head-to-head against the Mets. They've been very bad against the Mets for whatever reason. Quintana coming off 2 really good starts on the mound here, and I think I would take the Mets at home. Arizona has not been able to win in New York, and I'm going to take New York at home here. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Chicago White Sox. Currently, I don't see a line on this game. It's just kind of strange. It's never a good sign. But pitching for the Royals is Brady Singer with an ERA of 5.34. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 5.04. Singer, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Cease, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Kansas City on a 4-game losing streak. White Sox on a 2-game losing streak. I mean, it's just an ugly matchup. Don't really think anyone should be out here betting the Royals and White Sox. Yeah, I mean, both pitchers giving up like 4, 5, 6 runs a game here. I'd probably take a shot with the over, whatever that is. Yeah, I'm not going to make a pick for this video. We're just going to, if I were to pick, I'd probably pick the over, whatever it is when that line gets released. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -135. Miami +120 with the over-under at 7. Miami coming into this matchup 74 and 69. The Brewers 79 and 63. Pitching for the Marlins is Jesus Luzardo with an ERA of 3.77. Pitching for the Brewers is Brandon Woodruff with an ERA of 2.30. Luzardo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Woodruff, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Miami coming off a Phillies win. Brewers coming off a Yankees loss here. Miami's been good against Milwaukee, 4-1 on the road against the Brewers, 4-2 straight up against the Brewers here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers hardly giving up 2 runs here in their last 3 starts on the mound. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Marlins plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Minnesota Twins. Rays opening up as road favorites at minus 115. The Twins plus 105 with the over-under at 7.5. Rays coming into this matchup 88-56. The Twins 75-68. Pitching for the Rays is Tyler Glasnow with an ERA of 3.07. Pitching for the Twins is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 2.93. Glasnow, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 14 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Tampa Bay on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a nice Seattle series. Twins coming off a Mets loss. Tampa Bay 4-1 head-to-head against Minnesota, so they've been good head-to-head here. Both pitchers barely giving up about 3 runs, and I think I'm going to lean with the Rays on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at minus 275. Oakland plus 230 with the over-under at 8.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 44-99. The Astros 82-62. Pitching for Oakland is Mason Miller with an ERA of 3.09. Pitching for the Astros is Framber Valdez with an ERA of 3.30. Miller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Valdez, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Oakland on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a couple Rangers losses. Houston coming off back-to-back Padre wins. Oakland 1-10 against Houston, 1-9 on the road against Houston here. Love Valdez on the mound, and I'm going to take the Astros at home. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Colorado Rockies. Cubs opening up as road favorites at minus 170. The Rockies plus 150 with the over-under at 11.5. Cubs coming into this matchup 77-67. The Rockies 51-91. Pitching for the Cubs is Jordan Wicks with an ERA of 2.16. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 5.09. Wicks, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Freeland, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The Cubs coming off an Arizona win. The Rockies 2-8 in their last 10. They're on a 4-game losing streak here. Wicks been very good on the mound, only giving up about 1 to 2 runs a game here, and I think I'm going to take the Cubs on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at minus 220. The Angels plus 180 with the over-under at 7.5. Angels coming into this matchup 67-77. Seattle 79-64. Pitching for the Angels is Reed Detmers with an ERA of 4.82. Pitching for Seattle is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 3.61. Detmers, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Gilbert, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Angels on a 2-game winning streak right now. Seattle on a 3-game losing streak. Ohtani is questionable. Don't really know if he's going to be playing or not, so we'll see. They have so many injuries here. It's tough. And really tough to lean with the Angels. Seattle is 5-1 at home, playing good at home. I'm going to take the Mariners in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Cleveland Guardians versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -140. The Guardians +120 with the over-under at 7.5. Cleveland coming into this matchup 68-76. The Giants 73-70. Pitching for the Guardians is Gavin Williams with an ERA of 3.34. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 3.74. Williams, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Cobb, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Cleveland coming off back-to-back Angel losses. Giants coming off a 3-game Colorado winning streak here. Cleveland is 1-8 on the road against the Giants, where they just haven't been able to really win. And I think I'm going to take the Giants at home here. In the last matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -170. The Padres +135 with the over-under at 9.5. Padres coming into this matchup 67-77. The Dodgers 87-55. Pitching for the Padres is Pedro Avila with an ERA of 2.19. Pitching for the Dodgers is Gavin Stone with an ERA of 10.50. Avila, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 1 strikeout. Stone, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Padres on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a couple Houston losses. Dodgers coming off a Washington win. Padres 1-8 against the Dodgers, 1-6 on the road against LA. They really struggle against the Dodgers. Stone coming off some brutal starts on the mound. I mean, yeah, 7, 5, and 4 runs here. If he can just have a decent game here, I think the Dodgers will be all right. And I'm going to take the Dodgers at home. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.